All right, let's dive in. You know when you watch a product review and you walk away feeling totally convinced? Well, today we're going to pull apart exactly how that happens. We're breaking down the argument from a video for a supplement called BioDentex to see the step-by-step playbook they use to build such a compelling case. It all kicks off with this question. And man, is it designed to hit home. It's not just a random question, it's aimed right at a very specific and very real frustration. This is the first and maybe the most important step in persuasion. You have to make a connection. It's like they're saying, hey, I get you. I understand what you're going through. And that immediately starts to build rapport. And that leads right into the first big idea, what we're calling the oral health paradox. This is where the story really begins. See, a really great argument doesn't just throw facts at you. It frames a problem in a way that makes you desperate to find the solution. Now, what's so smart here is the wording. They're not using any clinical doctor speak. They're using words that connect emotionally. Bad breath isn't just a symptom, right? It's a source of anxiety. Sensitive gums are that constant nagging pain. And that feeling that your mouth is never truly healthy, that really gets at a deep-seated frustration. It makes the whole problem feel incredibly personal. This right here, this is the heart of the paradox. And it's a brilliant persuasive trick. Validation. This sentence is basically telling you, hey, it's not your fault. You're trying your best. And by validating that struggle, the speaker creates this really strong bond of trust. They're not just some person on a screen anymore. There's someone who understands. So you're nodding along, you trust them, and you feel like they've perfectly described your problem. Now the argument pivots. It starts to give you a whole new reason why all your hard work hasn't been paying off. We're moving from feeling the pain to diagnosing the cause. And look at how they lay this out. So simple. On one side, you've got everything we've all been taught to do our whole lives. On the other, you have this simple but really powerful counter idea. And notice, they don't say brushing and flossing are bad. They just say they're not enough. That's a really subtle move because it means they're not directly challenging your beliefs, which would just make you defensive. And boom, that's the big switch. They've completely reframed the issue. Suddenly, it's not about how hard you're brushing or how often you're flossing. It's about the entire philosophy being flawed. And just like that, your mind is now wide open to a totally different kind of solution. Okay, so the old way of thinking has been dismantled. Now what? Well, this is where they introduce a little bit of mystery. Instead of just giving you the answer, they start hinting at something new, something that's been overlooked, this missing piece. And just listen to the words they use to define this missing piece. It's so intentional. Deeper implies it's a more fundamental, more powerful fix than just cleaning the surface. And gradual, that's genius. It manages your expectations, it sounds scientific and long-lasting, not like some quick fix that we're all naturally skeptical of. But wait, before they actually tell you what the product is, they add one last little layer of persuasion. They know you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, here comes the sales pitch. So they get out ahead of it, framing what's coming next as a trustworthy review, not just an ad. And there it is. Only after they've done all this work, identifying a problem you relate to, validating your feelings, changing how you think about the cause, and building up intrigue for a solution, only then do they drop the name. BioDentex isn't presented as just another product. It's positioned as the logical, almost inevitable answer to the puzzle they just carefully laid out for you. This line is just a masterclass in lowering your defenses. By telling you what this is not, it's not a miracle, there's no exaggeration. They actually sound more credible. It makes you feel like they're being straight with you, just an honest guide. It's a promise of authenticity that builds trust right before they go in for the final ask. And the whole entire argument boils down to this one final, powerful question. It's designed to stick in your head long after you finish watching. It perfectly wraps up the new way of thinking they've just built for you, making you wonder if maybe, just maybe, everything you thought you knew about oral health was incomplete. It's a brilliant final thought that leads you right to the conclusion they want, that the answer you need is that missing piece they just introduced.